We had a lot accomplished with the finals, being able to work around everybody's schedule.
It's been okay. We took yesterday off. Yesterday was a heavy day, so we couldn't get them all in at once, so we just took yesterday off.
Your experiences through the years, you just work around that, right? You just have to do the best you can, right?
This is really the first year that we haven't had some guys come in late or guys leave early, which yesterday would have been a mess, so we just didn't go.
Talking to Elijah, he said that the way you guys kind of look at the three bigs now is you look at them collectively. Is that something new that you've done in terms of taking X number of rebounds, deflections, points, and kind of adding them together? As you've always done that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you do that part of it, but Elijah plays as long as he can play, and he says he needs a blow, and we put Brandon in, and then Brandon goes in, and then kind of on the situation. The matchups, whether we put Elijah back in or put Segs in. It all comes down to matchups.
I mean, in the past, those all may come from Kenny or one player. Now you got to get it from multiple players.
Well, it did with Devin, but I think we did the same thing pretty much with Nate and Sponge a year ago.
Kansas City's out-rebounded. They've turned it over almost as many times as they forced turnovers. Are they offsetting that just by outside shooting, or what else have you seen?
They've got three guys that over 80% of their shots are threes. So they're gonna really try to spread us. Try to shoot a lot of threes. It's kind of interesting because we're going to have to make really good rotations coming out of traps because they're going to shoot it quicker than a lot of people do.
You guys need this type of challenge at this point?
I think anything different helps us. It's so much easier to teach when you have a frame of reference. So, you can go back to say, well, you remember what they did to us and how they tried to attack us. And so the more we get under our belt, particularly with the young guys, with those older guys, we can go back a year or two. But with the younger guys, I think it's really helping them understand better.
You didn't make a bit bigger of a deal of your 800th win than you'd like, but does it mean anything to you when you look back at it?
It means I'm old. Been doing it a long time. Other than that, I don't know. I'm not very nostalgic. Is that the right word?
Yeah. Sentimental.
I always kind of ask you to wordsmith it for me.
Right there.
No. or as they say, like, wrong.
No, but you along those lines, I've talked to a lot of the guys in your career, and they see one of your big strengths is your flexibility, which you wouldn't think that in the way you've adapted through the years. I mean, when you started, there wasn't a three-point shot, there wasn't a shot clock. You played defense completely different, but you've always managed to stay a little bit ahead of that. Why is that? Where did that come from?
I want to win. And you have to do what you have to do to win, so the hardest thing is inconsistency. Be it inconsistency from your team or inconsistency from officials or inconsistency with game management or anything that has to do with affecting the game. We try to have constants. We don't have, like in a press, we don't have a lot of rules, but the rules we have to be consistent with. Because everything the way we play, you have to have five guys working in unison or it's not going to work. And so there has to be some constants, and then from there you have to play basketball.
What about those non-negotiables? Where do you draw the line and become a little flexible? I know every coach has non-negotiables, but through your career, you've had to do that a little bit, I'm sure.
I've never really, I don't mess with guys taking shots. I mean, they may take some, and I may say, that probably wasn't the right thing to do, but I don't yank them for taking shots. I want them to be comfortable offensively. defensively, it comes down to really. There's a lot of teams that are pretty good defensively that fundamentally suck, but they play so hard they compensate.
I'm just kind of wondering, in light of the whole Wake Forest deal, are you going to start shutting Freedy and Jacobs out of your?
Well, I think Jay's been doing it for years.
He just forgets where to play.
I think that's how he supplements his income and buys more sweaters.
Who'd believe him up?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And if he had to interpret it, that would really confuse him. So it really works to our advantage.
Do you, I don't know how much you pay attention to other scores. Can you put any stock into some of these comparative scores? When you look around, you see what Villanova does to Temple, or what Iowa State does to Iowa, or vice versa, or so forth. Can't put much stock into that.
I don't think so.
No. Why is that?
Because every day's a new day. Some days you shoot it good, some days you don't shoot it good. Some days you take better care of the ball, some days you don't. It's not. That's what I'm saying. We try to have constants, but it's hard. A lot of inconsistencies in the game.